As a member of the elite fighting force, the GI Joe, you probably would never find him in, let's say, a Sharper Image or a Best Buy. In contrast, he's a master marksman with a love for birds, namely his pet parrot, Polly. Hi, I'm your host, Travis, and welcome back to the Nerd Cave for this week's episode of Save Toys, where we will be reviewing the 1985 GI Joe Shipwreck. Welcome back to the review booth for my review of my 1985 GI Joe Shipwreck. Shipwreck, whose real name is Hector Delgado, a native Californian, at the age of 16 years old, lied to join the Navy. As was stated in the episode, There's No Place Like Springfield. Now, Shipwreck bears a striking resemblance to the late Beatles guitarist George Harrison. His voice on the G.I. Joe TV show was actually inspired by Jack Nicholson's character in the movie The Last Detail. With 10 points of articulation, this action figure was donated to the channel by Brock Heron, who's remembering of this action figure and love of this action figure in his childhood inspired him to go out and buy the action figure on eBay and donate him to the channel. Actually inspired me to take a second look at this character. Now, honesty, growing up, I wasn't a huge G.I. Joe fan. My favorite character, as with many people, was, of course, Snake Eyes. But seeing this figure, it's making me turn my head. The figure itself has great articulation. Let's take him off the stand for a further look at his articulation. Now, as you can see, he has head rotation there, shoulders, here are the elbows and rockers right there. The O-ring in this guy is still fantastic, really tight. The knees are good, so I can still get him in great positions. Might even get him in a little Elvis position. But one thing I want to point out too, as soon as he gets in focus, there you go. The paint on him is still phenomenal. Got a little bit of chip right there in his beard. A little bit of yellowing and fading, but overall still rich colors, as you can tell with his paint. The lighter blue in his shirt. In North Carolina, we would say this is Duke blue, this is UNC Chapel Hill blue. So clearly, when it comes to basketball, he is conflicted. His tattoos are still good on his arm there. Yeah, that tattoo. Belt buckle. Let's see. Get him in focus, shall we? There we go. Just a great condition for a figure that's only 2 years younger than me. Alright, so that's our review of the 1985 GI Joe Shipwreck. Meet me over at the Nerd Cave and we'll wrap this episode up. This episode of Save Toys was brought to you by our very own Save Toys Premium member, Brock Heron. Thank you, Brock Heron, for making this episode possible. If anyone would like to donate an action figure to the channel to create an episode, contact me on Facebook or check out our P.O. Box at Save Toys, P.O. Box 211, Blackshear, Georgia 31516. We'll take the action figure, create an episode. You'll be invited to join our private page on Facebook, Save Toys Premium, where you'll receive all of our episodes a week in advance, get private exclusive episodes of Save Toys never to be seen on YouTube. Like and subscribe to us here on YouTube, as that helps the channel grow. Thank you for joining us this week, and remember, if you like it, collect it.